So hello and welcome to another coin video. So this is going to be a Monday one. Not too sure what date it's going to go on, but this is basically showing the actual coins that I'm actually selling. So these are all from East Germany, and as you can see, they're all pretty much base metal coins. You can get silver commemorative 5, 10 and 20 mark coins, but this one is I believe nickel brass. Need to actually look it up again. And this one is a 5 mark. So I'm not actually too sure if these are actually issued in the circulation in 1969. But the initial mintage of these coins is actually about 50,221,667. But on Numista it has 39.7 million melted down. So really there's only like 10.5 million of these actually on the market. So that's makes it not a too scarce coin. So the actual 50 million, they were probably intending to actually put these in the circulation. They probably didn't prove too popular because it's quite a large coin. Even though we do use the 50 cent in Australia, large coins in some other countries actually are not popular. So you've got the United States 50 cent coin. There is a Swiss 5 francs, but they actually don't have a banknote. They just have the coin. Whatever countries have dual coins. China does have coins and banknotes together, so in some parts of the countries they only use banknotes. I can't think of many other places that actually have a coin and banknote that actually issue together. So that's probably why that was probably not successful. The banknotes usually always more popular. So here, down below, I actually have the first coins of East Germany, and these were issued on the I forget, the 24th of June 1948. Sorry, 23rd of June 1948. So, and they actually issued the 1, 5 and 10 penny coins first. So with the coat of arms of a cog and wheat. And then in 1952 and 53 they issued these ones with a compass and some more wheat. So obviously they love the wheat in East Germans, or maybe it's rye, because if we look at the actual coat of arms of these one, this was introduced in 1955, this coat of arms, but the first coin was 1956. So we've got a hammer, a compass, and we've got rye around the actual side. Coin Deutsche Demokratische Republik. And these are aluminium coins. So the mintage is actually quite high for these coins, but the reverse design was actually the same. So there are 2 mint marks. Do I have the 2 mint marks? So A is Berlin, and also they use the mint mark for some coins actually minted in St. Petersburg, or at the time was it Leningrad? Do I have an E mint mark? A. How about this one? A. So these ones you can actually get an A and E mint marks. So these are all A, which is a bit sad. But the E mint mark is actually not rare either. So for this mintage, 1949 A, it's actually included in the 1948 mintage as well as with the 1950 mintage, and altogether had 216 million. So I'm not too sure specifically how many of this individual year was actually minted. I would say 1948 is probably the largest, probably at least 100 million. 49 and 52 probably take the other million, 100 million, and then divide it into two. Probably 49 probably at the second highest minted coin. And as you can see, these ones are have no reading on the side. Then we actually have, I love the word actually, 1952. So 1952 to 1953, these were minted. And there were no 10 Pfennig coins issued for 10 years between 1953 and 63. Then they issued these ones here. So that is nice, German Democratic Republic. And another thing with aluminium coins is actually it's quite a soft metal. So it is really not a good coinage that you use in circulation because it actually doesn't wear well. You know, within a year, these coins actually have a lot of wear. Okay, so this is a 1952A, has a mintage of 70 million. Looking at the mintage figures, none of them are actually rare. If we have a look at the actual 5 Pfennig, so I call it Pfennig, you can call it per Pfennig. Not too sure what they actually call it in German. Probably Pfennig. It just rolls off the tongue. But then again, I'm an English speaker, not a German speaker. And this one is the 48A, so Berlin. Yeah, the same thing, 48, 49, and 50 of this coin. There's a mintage of 200 million of these, so I reckon 48 probably has at least 100 million as well. 49, 50, probably 50 million. So that is that. And then we have the 1952, which does have mintage figures for the individual years. 52, 53, and 1952A, 113 million. So yeah, quite a high minted coin. So you shouldn't actually find it too hard to actually get. Now say 1953E is actually rare. I'm not too sure if that's the actual case. Maybe that's a mistake in the actual Numster catalogue. And then with the 1 Pfennig, those actually have a high mintage because it's 1. So the 1 Pfennig had a skip of minting between 1953 and 63, and not every year actually has a minted coin. And a lot of these are actually in uncirculated coin sets. So here we have the 68, 68. Then we have 77 and 86. So these ones are actually all quite common. And in 1975, was it? Let me have a look. 77, sorry. If you can see here, this one actually has the small coat of arms and larger lettering for larger border, larger rim. This one has the bigger coat of arms, so that's another difference. And if you turn around this side, the actual one on this one is actually smaller, and the earlier coins have a larger one. So 1968 is a mintage of 813 million. So really a common coin. 86 has a mintage of 73 million. So pretty much all the years of the 1 Pfennig is actually quite common. Then we have the 5 Pfennig, aluminium coin, 68. So I'm not going to go through the mintage figures, these are actually all quite common coins. 72, 83. So 72, 79, you can see the actual differences. Smaller 5, bigger 5, as well as the lettering. And this one, got smaller coat of arms and bigger coat of arms. Now, if we look at the 10 Pfennig, where'd I put those? Okay, you got these ones here. And these ones should have the small coat of arms. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think it's got a small coat of arms. So these ones were 63. So that's the actual first coin there, 1963. The actual last coin actually introduced was the 20 Pfennig in 1969, so it should be the most common. And this one is a nickel bronze coin. They actually introduced this brass coin. Yeah. So it is a brass coin, and they actually introduced this to use in payphones pretty much because, you know, back in 1969, did we have mobile phones? No. So everyone pretty much used payphones if they want to use it. This one here is a mintage of 25 million for 1984. It's the last year they actually had a high mintage. They did have a 85, 86 lower mintage, 89, but nothing really spectacular. 69, 167 million. So that would have lasted at least 10 years. And yeah, well, the years after that are actually quite small. Also in 1950, there's also a 1949 coin. So that's actually supposed to be a pattern. So if you do find a 1949 for probably under $100, that is actually a good pickup. And this one's a nickel bronze, and it has Deutschland instead of Deutsche Demokratische Republik. Minted a mint mark, and on the back we have industry. So if you collect communist coins, or if you don't know anything about them, generally they have agriculture, the education, or industry. Usually just agriculture and industry mainly. And this one is a mintage of 67 million, bit over 67.7. And it shouldn't be that rare, even though I would say probably a majority of these 67 million would have been melted down when they actually introduced the actual aluminium coin in 1958. And it would have been pretty much a closed system, so a lot of these currencies would have been returned to the bank. And 1958. Sorry, I'm using Numister as well. So these ones pretty much, they actually didn't change the actual coat of arms. So we've got 50 Pfennigs, and the coat of arms is pretty much the same. So it's the actual large coat of arms. And the last coin for this denomination for circulation was pretty much 1986, only 776,000. But 1958 a mintage of 100 million. And the other coin is 81, had a mintage of 10 million. So you should be able to get these in Coinsets as well. Then we have the 1 and 2 mark. So the 1 mark was first introduced in 1956. And this was actually the first coin with the German emblem. So that side there. In 1956, had a mintage of 112 million. So it shouldn't be too hard to get. And another 56. So none of these coins are actually quite rare. And then in 1972, they introduced the coin with just mark on it. So if you see the actual differences, we have Deutschmark and we have mark. So that's the move away from the unified German position to just a typical German position. You can see the lettering and is different. The coat of arms on this one is smaller than the coat of arms on this one, which is bigger. So I actually quite like that coin. It's quite a nice big aluminium coin. Some people say they don't like aluminium, you know. I don't mind it. It's light, but it's not really practical for circulation. 72, 119 million, so it should be quite common. And this one here is a mintage. Oh, can't see the date on this coin. 1970. Can't be 71. Let's see if we can actually find it. 78. Yeah, if it's 78, 18 million. I reckon it might be. But anyway, then we have the 2 mark. So here I actually have just the 2 marks. Don't I have any other 2 marks? Oh, no, I must have. So in 1957, they actually introduced the Deutschmark. So the 2 Deutschmarks, which is a 1-year issue. And that one's quite common. It has a mintage of 77 million, pretty much 78 million, just less a few coins. And in 1972, they actually introduced just the 2 mark coin. Here I have 2 from A Berlin. The E mint mark, is it Mudelhütten? They actually closed down in 1953, so that's why you got no E mint marks for these coins. So here I have a 75 with a mintage of 32 million, 32 and a half, 82 with a mintage of 60 million. So this is actually the last minted high mint coin for the 2 mark in Germany. And you can see the reading's actually different. So all these coins are actually on my eBay account if you endeavor to actually go look at it. So if we actually have a look at all these coins together, I've got similar coins anyway. If you're going, oh, you're touching the coins, you can't do that. I don't want those coins, then yeah, that's fine. But I can send other coins as well. So this is the actual reading. See, most of it's plain. It's 2 readed, the 50 and the 2 mark, and the 1 mark has stars on it. One nice coin. Anyway, I find these coins quite interesting. So now I have to go put these back in their actual cases, which is a bummer, but you know, it's good to actually just do a video on these. So thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.